So we got the Gaogaigar here from Amakuni, of course, and we got some new pictures of prototype and some other information. So guys can see here the release date has been moved to January of next year, so 2027. The price, well, he is pretty expensive, 88,000 yen. That comes around 550 US dollars, which is a lot of money. Now here you can see the prototype, and judging by just the unpainted prototype, this looks pretty awesome. I gotta say, I love the hair, the way it looks. Just the body, you can see all the little details that he has here, here. That's pretty awesome, and you can see here that this is a stand. Now, I hope the stand isn't one of those that you split it apart, because as you guys can see here, because of the weight, you can see how it's bending a little bit. Hopefully they fix that, but here you can see how much it weighs. It weighs 2.28 kilograms, which is 5 pounds. Yes, this thing is as heavy as my Kaiser from Blitzway. 5 pounds. That's a lot. So you better go and start working out a little bit of those bicep muscles, because trust me, you don't want this thing to fall. You don't. Look at that. Beautiful. Man, that's looking so good. Check out the hands, the detailing on the hands. Just the arms, the wings. This is looking pretty awesome. And they give us an even better look, because this stand here looks like it's able to hold it up, which is awesome. That is great. I love that. That's the one thing, the big complaint about my Blitzway Kaiser, that it doesn't have an articulated stand. Doesn't have a stand at all, and there's really not a lot of options. So it's nice seeing that they actually do have a stand for it that comes with the figure itself, which is great. But you can see how it is. This kind of worries me a little bit, because you can see the pegs actually slipping out. So hopefully it's just a matter of pushing it back in, because it might be that the weight is just pulling it down there, which is not good. So here you can see the Lion Gaogaigar, which looks great. So this guy also transforms, which is pretty darn cool. And here you can see it just lunging out you with the articulate stand, which is not gonna have any problems holding that up, because it can hold up the big thing, of course. Here you can see it with the transformation, which looks good, and you can see how much diecast they have used on this thing. You can see that the whole bottom section here, the legs, the hips, the thighs, the knees, is diecast, which is awesome. That's how it should be. You're paying a lot of money for this thing, and it should have all that. Of course, here you can see all the detailing that that head has, which is great. Look at that. That looks beautiful. Here you can see the diecast a little bit better. That even has diecast here on this part. You can see how this part here being molded, which looks great. So this is, honestly, this is really impressive. I'm really digging it, and I think this will be the Gaogaigar that I would love to go with, but don't have the cash for it right now. This still looks great. And of course, you have the Gadget Gaogaigar here, the prototype version, which looks pretty good. Remember, this is unpainted. This is just a prototype. You can see how long it is with the magazines there. It's actually 2 magazines long. Pretty cool. And here you can see the other part of the transformation, how it fits in. You can see that I have the articulate arm for the actual stand, so you can actually attach it there. And then here you can see the hair for the Gaogaigar, the combination. It can even have his feet out, which is pretty awesome. I like that. So there you go, and the feet actually do have articulation on them with the toes, which is great. And here is the other Gaogaigar. This is the sub one, which looks great. The little sharks, whales. I think they're supposed to be sharks, I could be wrong. But you can see that they do have diecast in them. The big plus that they are using diecast pretty much all over the thing. Here's the drill one, which awesome as well. Also has diecast. You can see it here, and here on the back as well. And that forms the legs. I like how they pretty much go over the transformation. Now, if you're noticing, there's not a lot of die. I don't think there's any diecast here. That kind of worries me a little bit. But other than that, you can see how the articulated stand actually does have multiple stands here for the multiple parts. And look at that. That looks beautiful. Starting to combine, that looks amazing. And you can see how tall it is compared to a magazine. Obviously, the stand itself has like an inch and a half more to the height. Other than that, that looks great. Look at that. And here you can see how it attaches. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful with the mask on. You can see it doing a knee kick. Oh man, combine the hands together. It is still epic. It's still like, even it not painted, it still looks freaking epic. Man, that looks so good. Looks so good. Oh, so the hands are battery power hands. Basically, that's what my Kaiser has for his articulated hands and the fingers. They're called battery power because basically you have the joint here, so it's really grippy. Maybe not as perfect as one would hope for, but it's still pretty good. And here you can see what it looks like painted, which looks beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, so one of them is a shark and the other one is a dolphin. Okay, that looks great. That looks great. And look how big this thing is. 30 centimeters tall, which puts it around 11.8 inches. 11.8. So this thing has a lot of gimmicks. So combination transformation gimmicks. And obviously it's gonna look great. And diecast, PBS, ABS, and all those other materials, as you guys can see there. POM, wow, there's a lot more stuff. So this is what it looks like fully painted. I gotta say, I love it. I like how it has two more heads here, and it's looking pretty awesome. Now, of course, you have the Genesic Galleon here, which looks great. Remember that it's gonna have a lot of diecast on the legs, especially, which is great. You got the Spiral Gao here, which looks awesome as well, and does have diecast inside it. But there's a few more things, like the Straight Gao looks great. And then we have the Gadget Gao, which does have the neck here that goes up and down. We got the Protect Gao, and we got the Broken Gao. And here are the face parts, which look pretty darn epic. Here's the rear view of it. Looks good. Man, I love how the red and the green are sticking out. Love that. There's the hands, which look great. Look at that. Protect shape. Hell in Heaven. Awesome. Gadget tool, of course. Even have it like coming out here. Cool. And yes, it does have motorized mechanisms. Yes, this spins around and this spins around. So that's one reason why you don't want to drop it. So that is pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. People are gonna be pretty darn happy with this thing. I know I would be if I were able to get my hands on it. But still, really darn expensive, heavy, but people are gonna love it. So yeah, that does it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.